What is up, guys? It's Fix and Family here, and today we are making a Hackintosh Macintosh Classic. So yeah, guys, I know that was a mouthful. That was an interesting start, but I am making a Macintosh Classic into a fully converted Windows 10 gaming PC. That's right. I'm going to be doing that, and I'm super hyped up about it. So let's go ahead and go over it real quick. I did a full teardown on this Macintosh Classic as I couldn't get it fully working. I bought it for, I think, $50, but then I had some issues with it. So, because the seller said it was fully working, but it wasn't. So I got a full refund on it. I sent in the motherboard to get it fully refurbished, but it didn't help it, and I found out the analog board was out on it also, and I couldn't find an analog board anywhere. So I said, screw it, we're gonna make something cool. So let's go over the parts list real quick. We have the screen right here. We have to take it apart and throw it into here, as this is a really weird screen size, so that's gonna be interesting. I have right here a LJ 1155 motherboard with a right now i3 2nd gen. I'm planning on putting an i7 2600K in here. In the future, just for now, this works. I have 12 gigabytes of RAM because I don't have another 8 gigabyte stick and there's only 2 slots. This is an ultra small form factor motherboard, and I also have an RX 560 from the Alienware video. So all of that coupled together with a screen. I have a 1 terabyte hard drive that I salvaged from another computer. I have a power button and some random cables I salvaged from other computers. And I already started to do a little bit of work. I'm going to go ahead and put some USBs here, and I'm also going to put the power button right here. So that's going to be cool once that's done. I also have a bunch of other stuff that I'm gonna do to this. I have under here already strapped up. I've been doing a little bit of work. I have an 80 plus gold certified ultra small form factor power supply. It is 315 watts. So perfect amount for the whole setup. Now I already have it mounted down there. So the motherboard's gonna go up here. I will sadly have to put the ports going this way, as I'm gonna have to plug everything in from the front panel over here. But that's why I'm gonna put USBs right here, and I do have sound. I have microphone and sound ports that are gonna go in the back here. So this is gonna be a massive project. I'm not gonna record it all because it's gonna be like 3-hour video, and that's just way too much. So after I'm done with like major pieces and stuff like that, I will cut the video back on, show you guys what I've done, and yeah, let's go ahead and let's get started. This is going to be awesome. Alright guys, we are back. Sorry about the mess. This has been definitely a massive project. So let's go ahead and recap what I've been doing. I went ahead and I got all of these in. So I got all my USB ports. They all work perfectly. Nice and sturdy. And I also got my power button in. It is not very sturdy, but it works perfectly. Let's go ahead and let's go over the internals. So right here, I had to get an extender adapter because coming from the power supply was too short. And then I went ahead, because this power supply doesn't have a 6-pin, I went ahead and had to buy some adapters. These things are super helpful. Bought them off of Amazon. I will have everything down below, all the parts and stuff that I bought for this build if you're interested. So yeah, I went ahead. This is just SATA to 6-pin. Works perfectly. Next thing I went ahead and did, I did mount up the screen and everything to make sure everything works, and yes, it does work. But I'm gonna go ahead and use some plexiglass. I have some plexiglass right there, and I'm gonna go ahead and glue that in there so it has a little bit of protection from the screen, and it curves a little so it looks a little better. Let's go ahead and let's flip this over real quick. I'm not sure if I showed you guys this, but I have my power supply mounted up right there, and my 1 terabyte hard drive mounted right there. It works pretty well, and the power supply does produce enough power for this whole rig because it is not a very power intensive rig. That's the whole reason why I chose these parts. Let's go ahead and let's move on to the back case. So I went ahead and mounted to a microphone and headphone jack in the back of here. And I also mounted the original fan that came with it because it fits perfectly into this little slot back here. I did want to add a bigger fan, but I wouldn't have been able to mount it without drilling holes in the back, and I didn't really want to do that. The way the sound works, we have just this normal HD audio cable that just plugs into the motherboard, and it does have enough slack of where I can just open this up if I ever need to. So right now what I'm working on is I'm working on the screen. I need to cut the plexiglass out, and I'm also working on the adapter cable. Yeah, it's a little janky looking right now, but that is going to be glued in right there. So then on the outside I could just plug it in with a normal end. I have a normal end right here. So yeah, that's where we're at right now, and I'll go ahead and update you guys when I get closer to finishing the build. And I'd also like to note, I went ahead and fully cleaned and redid this keyboard and mouse. This is a original Apple keyboard and original Apple mouse. It turned out really good. I'm super happy with it. I'll go ahead and show right now on the screen how dirty it was before I started. But yeah, it just turned out great. All I need to do now is get some adapters, PS2 to USB adapters, so then I can use this keyboard and mouse on the fully redone computer. So yeah guys, let's go ahead and let's keep going. I am back. We are on the home stretch. So I went ahead and put the plexiglass in. I got it cut right here. Got some extra pieces. I was able to adhesive it down, so now it's curved and everything, just like the original screen. So now all I have to do, I went ahead and cut some parts right here so it fit in properly. So now all I have to do is move the screen to the perfect position so nothing's really cut off too much, and yeah, then we just have to mess with some cable management, work on some stuff here and there, mount some stuff up, and then we'll be done. So yeah, I'll go ahead and cut back on when I got the screen mounted. Alright guys, I went ahead and I got it all mounted. So I went ahead and mounted the screen up. It is really nice. Next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to put some like black paper up there so no light seeps through. And yeah, I went ahead and mounted the controller board and everything to the back of the screen, and I mounted the screen in place. So next thing I'm going to go ahead and work on, I'm going to mount the motherboard down and do a bunch of cable management. And yeah, I'll go ahead and cut the video when I'm done. Alrighty guys, we are back. So I apparently did not make a putting it all together part on this video. Not sure why. Don't know what happened there. I guess I got too antsy and excited and put it all together. But here it is. It's all together. It's all perfectly functioning, and I'll show you everything right now. First off, I'd like to say I am using this keyboard and this mouse because the original stuff, I still haven't found an adapter for it yet, and all the adapters I've tried, like this piece of crap, obviously it's not going to work because it's a video DVR jack, but this is the correct port that was on that keyboard, so not sure there. So if you look at it like this, it is cut off a little bit, but if you're looking at it directly head on, it's not bad at all. It just looks pretty bad here. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go over everything that I've done. So we got everything up front here. You've already seen this. You got the power button, all of the USB ports. This already had a light on it, so I just kind of left it because, oh well. What I did do, I can't take it apart now, but it looks pretty much just the same, except I put a fan up here because the fan that I was going to mount on the back would not fit properly. So let's go ahead, let's turn this thing around. So back here we have our ports, headphone and microphone. Then we have our power plug. And then coming out this wire right here, this wire is the monitor plug. I sadly have to do 2 plugs for both of them because I couldn't put them into one power bar inside and then route them out. It just wasn't going to work out. So that's the way I'm going to be doing it. Next thing we got here, we have the remote. I was able to put the control board for the monitor down in there, so the remote does work. So I powered it off, powered it on, and yeah, it's sick. The volume does work. This has built-in speakers in it, which are not very good, but hey, they're better than nothing. So let's get on to the actual performance of the Hackintosh. So I'll go ahead and pull up video right here, and we can crank this thing up to 4K, and bam, there we go, running 4K video. Yes, that back fan is extremely loud. I will fix it at some time. Not much I can do about that, but the speakers are garbage, but they work. Alright, we'll go ahead and pause it. It is pretty dang cool. I am pretty dang happy with it. It blends in pretty well. The only thing that really you could tell that throws it off is, of course, the wires coming from the back, and then the USB ports in the front. But my whole goal for this build was to keep it as original looking as possible to make it as a sleeper build. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this build. If you did, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. This took a very long time, and it is a very unique build. I don't see many of them on YouTube. And yeah, if you guys want any of the parts that I used in this video, I will have them down in the description below. I will also be answering questions down in the description if you have any of them. Also, go follow my Instagram. I have it up on the screen right now to see any new videos that I'm going to be posting or behind the scenes footage. So yeah, guys, that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.